Well, a scuffle was created outside, distracting the legacy media. Of course, they were eager to cover the scuffle outside, but inside at the meeting, concerned parents took a stand against all of the LGBTQ indoctrination that's taking place with their children. Well, joining me now to discuss this is Glendale parent Karen Nelson and an actual staff member at the Los Angeles Unified School District, Artine Asadoorian. Karen, Artine, welcome to Washington Watch.
Thank you. Hi.
I just want to start, and I'll ask both of you this question, and Karen, we can start with you. What is your concern about what's happening in the schools?
I have many concerns, and I think things have just gotten so out of control with gender ideology and throughout all of our culture and society. Everything is exploding, and it's really coming to a flashpoint. And I have specific concerns for our family. Our specific concerns have been with locker room policies. And my son went into the locker room that had the word boys above it, thinking it was specifically for boys with that anatomy. Actually didn't even think about it, because the assumption throughout all the human history with the word boys is that's what it means. So he never stopped to question it. He changed in there, disrobed in there for pretty much the entire year, right up to the end of the school year. And then we found out that he had been disrobing with a girl present in the locker room. And he felt very deceived. And this school stands by it, defends it. I actually emailed the principal asking to clarify, is there a girl in the locker room with him? And I was told that the response was, well, since according to state law, transgender individuals are allowed to use the locker room of their choice, no, there's no reason to believe there is a girl in the locker room with your son. And I pushed a little farther, and he just kind of stonewalled me and just said, I don't know. And this kind of deception happens all the time in the school district.
But it appears that parents are now saying, all right, the gig's up. We know what you're doing, and more and more parents are speaking out. Artine, you spoke at the board meeting. Describe what took place there.
Well, we were definitely outnumbered by the LGBTQ community. There was only a handful that were concerned with the agenda that is going on at the schools. And we, as we spoke, we were booed and, kind of doing this at every word while we sat respectfully and listened to them. But that's what happened in the boardroom. It seemed like there was definitely an organized group of people that were handpicked to speak. Lots of people from the community, not necessarily that even had children at the school. So it felt like it was a show.
Is there a sense that there's an effort to try to intimidate parents? I mean, we saw what took place outside the school, Antifa calling for people to come. Is there an effort to try to intimidate parents to back away?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Antifa's strategy, and I'm only just learning this. This is not something I regularly have ever participated in, so it's all new to me. But what I'm finding is we're out there to have a protest, to protest these policies in GUSD, to let them know we're unhappy and to ask for some changes. And to simply be out there protesting is our legal right, and it's what we should do as citizens. And Antifa comes in, and they come in and they agitate. They're professionals at this. They have their strategy. They come in, they agitate our parents who are already upset by being marginalized by GUSD and pushed to the side with all of our concerns. They don't care. And then Antifa comes in, finds these parents, especially the ones that are super angry at that moment. They know how to spot them. They know how to come in. They start antagonizing. They do their pushing, their shouting, their shoving to bring it to a fight. Then the fight ensues. Then the police come in, call it an unlawful assembly. This is what happened the other night. They come in, call it an unlawful assembly. disperse the crowds, and the protest then has to be shut down. This is their strategy for silencing our voices. They want their voices heard, but when it comes time for us to have our voices heard, they know exactly how to get us shut down.
So, final question for you. What do you see parents, how are parents responding to this? Are they emboldened knowing that this resistance, this opposition, the marginalization that's taking place tells them this is important and they need to press in?
Absolutely. I think especially the Armenian community, as an Armenian, I'll speak for our community. We don't like to be marginalized like that. You know, we've already gone through so much discrimination coming to a new country, and then having our voices not be heard when we pay taxes. We're legal. Most of us are legal here, and we vote. And to have us kind of ignored. There was actually a parent who spoke up and said to the superintendent, "I told you this was going to happen, but you didn't listen." And he was so upset. He said, "I told you this was going to happen and you didn't listen." So it made me think, oh, so there has been many active parents who have been warning them, look, you have to be transparent with your curriculum. You have to let us know what's happening, because we want to have choice.
Right.
We want to have a say. And, their answer is always, we're following the law.
Well,
the Korean Americans, I think, are just now starting to find out. I have a Korean American immigrant friend this morning that I was speaking with. I had sent her a clip of what they were talking about doing on June 2nd with all the rainbow celebrations. And I sent her that clip. She showed her friends, and they couldn't believe it. They were absolutely stunned. They had no idea, and they ended up keeping their kids home.
Ladies, thank you for joining us. Got to leave it there.